Before we get to the text themselves, any lightning ability can inflict the shock status. When under the shock status, enemies will occasionally be staggered and their attacks will be interrupted. With that said, let's get right into it. Our first ability here is called Zonde. It's basically just a lightning strike at a location. The only other notable thing about it is that its range is cut in half when not fully charged. Next we have Gizonde, and this bounces from target to target. There's also a slight delay before the damage actually takes. Razonde is an electric strike around the caster. Uncharged, it is limited to 4 enemies. Charged, it is limited to 8. The higher up you are, the wider spread the damage is. This also works for a talus, or jumping with a rod. Sazonde is like a priming ability. You do it to mark an enemy, and any subsequent lightning damage is more powerful. The projectile range is very long, and it's even faster if it's charged. Nazonde releases lightning from the caster. While casting, you're stuck in place. But because of that, if you do it in the air, you can stay up in the air. If you keep spamming the PA, it'll keep going for up to 8 seconds if it's charged, and 5 seconds if it's uncharged. Ilzonde turns you into a lightning ball, and you use it for movement. You can pass through enemies, but not walls. You can also use it to stay in the air. When used while charged, the movement distance is about 50% more than uncharged. Last but not least, we have Zondeel. This pulls enemies in. As you would expect, the uncharged version has a weaker pull, has a smaller radius, and does not last as long in the field. Some bigger enemies and bosses can't be pulled. One last thing to note about Zondeel though, is that when you hit it with another lightning ability, it causes it to explode and do damage. And this also stops the suction effect too. And that's it for the base lightning text. Take care.